I have done some teacher shopping. I wanted to show y'all some of the things that I started to get so far for my classroom. I have not been able to get into my classroom yet. I won't be able to do that for another couple weeks, but I do have some things just to get me started. And of course, I will need to purchase things throughout the year, and probably once I get into my room and see some other things that I would like. I'm going to start with Dollar Tree, and as I go, I'm going to try to tell you briefly about how I plan to use these items in my classroom if they're not already obvious. And this video is going to be a little lengthy, I already know that. So first are Ziploc bags. Of course, you can use these for manipulatives and just to group small little things together. So that's what I like to use them for. Like, Ziploc bags come in handy so much as a teacher, and they are probably cheaper somewhere else, but I just got them from Dollar Tree because I was there. I purchased 6 of these fly swatters, so they come 2 to a pack at Dollar Tree, and I got 2 butterflies. These have little flies in the center of them, and then here are flowers. And I just like to use these, like if students are grouped in a small group and someone wants to give me an answer, or I have things on the table for them to choose their answer, they can hit it, and so it's just a really extra way to get them excited. I got this poster, and it is lime green. If I were to place this behind me, it can act as a green screen. And so this year I'm going to try to incorporate a podcast in my classroom. I love technology, that's why I do YouTube. And so I want to have a spot set up for my students to come and talk about their day, and just for us to already have a camera set up for different things. And then with it being a green screen, I can go into my editing software and put whatever it is in the background that I would like for the video. I have whiteout pens. I like this better than whiteout. I actually prefer the tape, but for some reason I haven't seen whiteout tape in a very long time at Dollar Tree. I have masking tape, and I use masking tape for a lot of stuff. I have the sharpeners that I am going to use in my classroom. I try to keep at least one handheld sharpener for each table or a small group, just because a lot of students are supposed to get this, and I don't like to hear the sharpener noise going on throughout the class period, so they can sharpen their pencils one time at the beginning of class, that's it. And so I like to have handheld sharpeners for them to use throughout the class period. I have white chalk and colorful chalk. Now, of course, I don't have a large chalkboard that I use, but I do have a smaller chalkboard that my niece got for me when I graduated from college, and so I do like to put motivational and encouraging words on that chalkboard. So we're going into like small group type of things, and I got these tubs. I got 4 of them. I prefer the white ones, but the Dollar Tree that I went to, I've actually been to 3 Dollar Trees, and I've only found 2 of these white ones. I did get 2 blue ones, but I hope that I can get 2 more of the white ones. I've had like 3 to 4 to 5 small groups, and I prefer 4 groups. So even if the sizes get a little large and some might have like 6 students in a group, I prefer to have like 2 struggling groups, 1 on-level group, and then 1 above-level group. So I prefer to use 4 groups, and so these are going to hold my small group type of thing. So the next items I'm going to show you are going to be for small groups. As I was in there, I always have colors, but I've never had everything like organized the way that I plan to do it this year. So for some reason at Dollar Tree, I started to find these same 4 colors, and so I just took that as my 4 groups. I don't think these pencil boxes are going to last me. They are not the best quality, it doesn't seem, but they don't seem like they're just horrible. And hopefully the things that I put in here, you know, they'll last and students won't break them. But again, these are not very, very good quality. And I almost bought more, but I just chose not to. I just want to see how much they last. The inside of here is going to go any kind of manipulatives that I need for like that week or the day or whatever. So maybe, I don't even know right now, but small group manipulative type of things go in here. Oh. And I have 1 of each of the 4 colors of binders. This year I will have 2 classes. I'm thinking about putting on like this side, like any papers that students are still working on as we're finishing up the small groups. Maybe like my class on this side, and then my partner teachers, students will put their things on this side, like probably put my name here, and he's a male, so his name here. And then in here will be for like possibly data or just groups. Like, I haven't really figured out how I plan to use these binders, but I know that they're going to be catered to the groups. So like I said, I have one of each of my 4 colors. I was so excited to find these little calendars because I feel like it works the best when you go ahead and map out like what groups you're going to work with. I can let them know, oh look, Sarah, I'm just picking that name, Sarah, I'm going to work with you on Tuesday, okay? So today is Monday, I'm working with Marcus's group, but I'll work with your group tomorrow. So having students, like having this calendar right here to show students that I'm going to work with them on a certain day, I think that will help. Having a different calendar for each group might be too much. I might just end up using one of them, but I really got this because it followed my same color scheme, and I can use these pockets for years to come. So I might not even use each one of these. I might even like gift these calendars to some other teachers or something, but I loved that this pocket would last me even without the calendar in it. So I might even take the calendar out and use this for something else and just stick this inside of the binder and maybe have the students listed on here. This is also a little pocket protector, page protector, so I might be able to just use it as a dry erase situation. I don't know, but I love that it followed my color scheme and it also had a calendar inside of it. Something else that followed the color scheme are these little pencil pouches. So I'm thinking that the pencil pouches, I can just go ahead and insert them into the rings here. And these could always be inside of the binder, and this could have the pencils in it, and then I can use the pencil boxes solely for manipulatives. These will probably be a little bit more durable than the pencil boxes, and I can just use the pencil boxes as needed and use these more so on like a daily or weekly basis. I also got these, and I was thinking about getting another kind at the store that was the same brand. I did get 2 of these because, again, it's the Dollar Tree. I don't know how long these will last. They followed the color scheme. I do have an extra red one, but sometimes, like, if we're doing something that causes a little bit more time, I feel like I could use these kind of like page markers or something to show me that, you know, this color group stopped right here. In the store, I felt like these would be really helpful, and now that I have them, I kind of don't even remember what I wanted them for, but I felt like I had a good idea for them, and I will figure that out later. Got some Scotch tape, little happy face stickers. These kind of are more decorative items. My color scheme this year is going to be going back to what I had at my very first year teaching, and that was pink. I love pink. Black. It was like zebra print. Oh my goodness, as I'm looking, I see my containers that I had my first year, and then I brought them home because I wasn't using that anymore, and I feel like I want to take them back to work. Sorry, I got distracted. But I got this crepe paper, and it is in pink, and then here's in black and white, and I can use these to like decorate the borders around my room. So I have a couple of each of those colors. I used this my first year when I was a 4th grade reading language arts teacher, and so if you are an ELA art teacher, you probably know what cafe is, and so I used that cafe as a play on words, and I had these tablecloths, napkins, and plates, and I used it for my cafe wall. I just had the ribbon underneath it, and I also glued a fork and knives and I think a spoon also to the side of it just to put a play on the cafe theme. I also have pink burlap, and so burlap, hello, you can just do a whole lot of stuff with burlap. Then I got a light bulb because I have a lamp at work, and I actually have 3 in my classroom. One of them, I didn't have a light bulb in it for like the whole year because I just never got one, so I got that. I was very excited because I went back to the Dollar Tree today because the one that I went to, they only had 5 packages of this, which would be 20 students, and I went back and got 4 more because the next store had it. So in 2nd grade, I'm thinking that I'm capped at 24 students. I could be wrong because as a 5th grade teacher, there was no cap. So I had 28 students at the beginning of last year, so you never know. But I think 2nd grade, I don't think I can have that many. But what I normally use, and I have some at work, are placemats. However, I only had, I think, 5 or 6 placemats, and so I did it with small groups, and they're really good with Play-Doh, especially in math. You can use Play-Doh for so many things. So I decided to get these plates. Yes, they are all pink because that is my favorite color, and little boys will have to just deal with the fact that they will get a pink plate and they will have to just appreciate it. And so if you put these in front of each student, they have that same material that is very easily cleaned, and so each student could get a plate. That way my desks are not getting all messy. But I'm going to be teaching science this year in addition to math, and so I'm thinking that these plates could also be really good if students are doing something and I don't want to mess up the entire table. And then I got these popsicle sticks. I normally use just the wooden popsicle sticks. I was kind of thinking that I would use these and just number them. Each student would get their number, and that's how I normally do like class jobs. I don't know if for second grade, I think I will go ahead and choose their jobs, but I don't know if I'm going to use these popsicle sticks to choose their jobs or if I'm going to use numbers, like little circle numbers, and Velcro it on the wall. I haven't figured that out yet. I got some more pencil sharpeners. I don't know why I did that. I got these index cards, and again, I don't need index cards because I have them. However, they had them in all 4 colors, and so I can use these for years to come if they don't damage the covers. This can go inside of here. It's the group's time for technology. They can have this either in their binder on the rings or inside of here, and then or just inside of the buckets, and then students can get this and take them to the computer so that they, you know, they can use all of their passwords and stuff will be located in one spot by groups. This is what I have so far for my small groups, and I feel like this will be really easy for a second grader to just carry. So I'll just have these small group little stations set up, and if I need anything else, this tub I think is a really good size to hold everything. This tub could just rotate with them. If they needed to put papers inside of here, they could just drop them in here. Whatever, I really feel like this will be a really good idea in helping me to just stay a little bit more organized. Now, some of you might be thinking, what if the groups change? Yes, the groups do change throughout the year. However, it's really not difficult at all to undo this little binder ring right here and put the new student's index card in here, move around some things. I always, when I'm using my calendar, I always do it in pencil, so it's not going to be that big of a deal to switch out the groups. And I did get some ribbon, and this is a burlap type of ribbon, and I just thought the black chevron was really cute on here, and even though it's not white, it still goes in with my whole color scheme. I did purchase 2 packs of these, and these are snack containers, and I'm going to put cards in here. Playing cards fit really nice inside of here. And I purchased 2 bags of these little mini reusable containers with lids, and dice fit really nice in here. So students can just shake them up in here. I did purchase these 2 rugs. I do have a large pink rug that I cut up, and I did make a couple of little squares like this. So I think I have like 4 of them at work, and so I think that this gray will just be a nice addition. In the older grades, boys sometimes frowned upon getting the pink rugs, but I think in the young grades, I'm hoping it won't really matter that much. But if so, here's 2 gray ones that they can choose from. I got these beads, and I'm pretty sure I can get these cheaper somewhere else, but again, convenience, they're all tangled. But there are 8 to a pack, and these are just beads, and so I like to give students Smarty beads whenever they do something that is amazing in my class, and so these are just the Smarty beads. I haven't decided this year if I'm going to keep them throughout the year in the same tub, and then as they wear them for the day, then make them put them back and then reuse them. I'm pretty sure that I'll go with that option, but we will see. I wanted to show you more Dollar Tree options for containers. I had not been in this Dollar Tree for a couple of years, and so I was so shocked. I felt like I was in the container store because they had so many different types of containers, and I really love these shoe boxes. The only reason why I didn't get it is because this color scheme did not go, but I just might go back and get them. This is completely random, but I had to show y'all this bag because I normally get this same exact bag. The picture is the same, but they're called Bob's Texas style jalapeno chips, and I felt some kind of way because these say they're from Arizona. So I did not understand that. No, I did not buy them, but I feel kind of violated because I thought they were a Texas style chip, and this pack says it's from Arizona. Next store is Walmart. From Walmart, I could use these in class, but I think I'm just going to leave them here at home and put them on my back patio furniture. These were $4 on clearance. Last year, I made some crates for my 5th grade students out of literal milk crates, and I was supposed to post a video of that. I never got around to do it, but I might just still do that. The reason why I brought that up is because those were milk crates and they did not have a little slit inside of them for the crates to sit in. So I drilled holes into the crates, and then I had these cushions that I made, and I drilled them on there, and then students were supposed to be able to lift them up and put them down, and they worked nicely until those 5th graders sat on them, and within like 2 weeks most of them except for one were broken, so I just pulled the other one off and flipped the crates on the bottom so that the little cushions could just sit on top of them. I don't want 2nd graders to have to go through the struggles of that because some 5th graders did get a little silly with them and it was just too much. So I went to Walmart and I purchased 6 of these crates, and these are the crates that a lot of people use, but what I did not realize was that these are longer than the milk crates are. So with that being said, these do not fit completely on here, but they do sit inside of them. So as they're sitting inside, there is like this little space on each side right here. However, I feel like this will still work. So I am just going to take these to work, see how students sit on them, see if they are okay. But I really feel like the little space is not that big of a deal, and I'll be able to pick them up and have things inside of them if I want to do that. Last year they had this fabric on there. They got dirty, and so I ended up just cutting up a bed sheet instead of buying more fabric because gray is also part of my color scheme, so I just decided to cover them. I did not take the zebra print off. I just covered them again with this gray fabric. Gray will get dirtier. However, I had it at home and I didn't have to buy anything, so I decided to use that. All right, y'all, this is like so much stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay, I got MJ some of his school supplies. I'm not going to show y'all everything I got him because that's in his room and I just don't feel like getting it. At Office Depot, I got 3 of these wood pencils. I get emails, and so they sent me some email that had coupons where I can get a penny for a lot of these items. These crayons, they're not Crayola, but they're crayons. They were for a penny. These little pencil pouches were 1 penny each. Spiral, they're the poly, so they're a little bit more durable, but these little notebooks were 25 cents, I think. So I went to Target Dollar Spot because I wanted to get those dry erase pockets. However, I could not find them anywhere throughout the store. Couldn't find it. So I went on Amazon and I was able to get, I think, 10 of these. All throughout the year, I am constantly putting things in page protectors, but these are a little bit thicker, and I don't know, hopefully they will last longer and be more durable than those little pocket sleeves, but there are 10 of these. I got 2 of these, and these are grade books, but I don't plan on using these as grade books. I stopped making paper grade books a long time ago, actually, because it was just too much work with 4 classes. What I got these for are for more of like attendance purposes. There's 5 and 5 weeks, and at our school we have 4 grading periods with 9 weeks in them. I can like put an assignment on here, and I can keep track of like if a student was present or absent during that assignment, and then I will have the students listed, and like on Monday if someone was absent I would mark that. I just was really excited when I saw these. Also, this book right here, this is a lesson planner, and I normally have like big papers for lesson plans, and I think having it in this will be better. And then they also have spots for weekly planning. At our school, we have large group and or specials, whatever people like to call them. And I always have clips, and I like to write the students' names on their clips. And in the morning for attendance, they move their clips so that I can visually see who is there. Well, for the first week or two, it really helps them because a lot of times the students' color groups change yearly, and so I let students know in the morning, like whatever color your name is, that's your color group. And I feel like it's a really easy way for them to remember. Over the years, my clips have broken, some of them have gotten lost, so I just felt like it was a good time for me to go ahead and get a new thing. Now, Target in their dollar spot, they did have a whole wheel of colors, and I think it was for $3 or something, but there weren't as many as this, and they were smaller, so I think that I like this size more. I got these, and students have little tote tray thingies that they keep their extra supplies in, and so it says, hello, my name is, and I thought of, hi, my name is, and so I got them. And so I'm just going to put these on the outside of each tote so the students know where their supplies are. This is some trim that's pink, and I got it. Then I have some glittery pink washi tape, because why not? To put inside of my little treasure box, I got these little critters, and I just thought they were the cutest thing ever. And I actually got 2 of these because one of these are for me, and I felt like while I was in the store, it was just a really good stress reliever, so I just decided to get one. So I got one for myself. I got some little command strip sticky things because I already have the other command strip part at work, and so I just need to get more of these. And then I went to Lowe's and I picked up this teacher toolbox. I have been using this old raggedy thing in my classroom that I've had since like high school, and I've hot glued it together, and so this year I just thought I might as well go ahead and invest in the teacher toolbox. And so I was able to tape some of these little things. It follows my theme. It's the little black and white chevron, and I got these off of someone's teacher paid teacher account for free. And I do have to customize some other drawers because it wasn't exactly what I wanted. If I find some other things, then I will make another video, but this is just the start of it. Oh, this little speaker thing that I got from Five Below. It's a Bluetooth blast, and I play music all the time. Sometimes I take my students outside and we work outside, and I still like to play music out there. So I thought that I could use this. Let me know if you are a teacher and what grade you will be teaching this coming school year, and let me know if you plan on using some of the same things that I have, or if you have any suggestions, if you have any videos that you would like me to do. I've already done a classroom management. I do use flexible seating in my classroom, and I did make a video about that already. So let me know if you have any questions for me, and let me know if you just want to tell me something down below. But I really hope that y'all have a wonderful rest of the summer. There's not that much longer left. Some of you are like starting school next week, so that's crazy. I actually went back to the store today, so I decided to add some more items to my haul. I went back to Target and I picked up some shoes this time. So I always get little teacher flats, and so I got these. They are the Massimo shoes. It's the Ona style, and so I got them in black and in brown. So every year I just need a new pair of black and brown shoes. So I got the same pair in brown as well. I picked up 2 of these adhesive square label pockets. And so I've seen these, there's 20 in a pack, and so I can use this to just peel and stick on top of containers, and then it just becomes your own little label. I went back to Dollar Tree and I picked up 5 rolls of this contact paper, and my plan is to cover my teacher desk and also cover my file cabinet with this bright pink contact paper. And I don't know if it's going to go well because it is really, really bright and neon, but why not, you know? I also got some Post-it notes, and these are not really for me, they're for MJ's school supplies. I also got this lanyard that I am really not sure that I'm going to use. It's an ID holder, and I already have one, but the one that I have gets kind of heavy, but it's because I put a lot of stuff in it because it has a lot of pockets. I got it at this Math Institute type thing, so I might use that one, or I might use this one. I haven't decided yet. And then I got this pencil sharpener, and it's a multi-size sharpener. I really got it for my makeup because I cannot sharpen this pencil that I love because I haven't been able to find one that has a large enough hole. Then I also got this wire cutter because sometimes I want to put flowers, just like silk flowers, in my room, and I can like bend it back and forth, but I feel like it would be so much easier with the wire cutter, and so I just got one finally. I went back to Office Depot because they are going to continue having these sales all the way up until school starts. So for this week, I got these pencil boxes, and these are really cute. I think I'm just going to put them in my treasure box, but they are extremely cute. And I had to get this one because I had a purple one with the polka dots on it, and I was like, okay, I'm not representing for my boys, so I feel like this one could be used for boys. Let me know what you think, but I felt like this was the most masculine looking pencil box that they had. And then I got these two, and this one is a very pretty, what is it called, like robin egg blue, and I feel like a boy might pick it, I don't know. And these were 1 cent. What was also 1 penny was these erasers. So they're the large erasers, 3-pack for a penny. Then they had these Sharpies, and I thought I picked up one with all black and then one of these, but when I got home I realized I had 2 of these, so I might take this one back and get all black, but they were $1. And last week, the ones that I got, I don't think I showed y'all that I had it in my teacher toolbox, but these Sharpies were on sale for 25 cents a Sharpie, and it's also the kind that click, so I have a few that click. And then these were a little bit better price because instead of it being $4 for $1 or 25 cents each, it was $5 for $1, so a little bit cheaper, not that much. These spirals were also a penny each, and I don't really see white spirals that much. I like the poly cover. It's more durable than that paper cover. They also had their folders on sale, so I have a few of these paper folders. They were 15 cents, 1 5, and then they also had the poly folders that are 50 cents, and so you could get it with the brads or without. Of course, I got the ones with the brads. And the last stop of the day was to Ross. I got a belt because I have been in need of a gray belt, and they happened to have one, so I purchased a belt. And I also purchased this little cover-up thing that I thought was so cute. Here it is on, and what I also like about it is that it has like this little tie around the neck, so I think it gives it a little bit something extra. I always love little cover-ups, and so I just thought that this one was really cute, so I had to pick it up. So that is really all this time. If you have any questions or you want to see more, make sure you leave your questions and comments, concerns down below. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I hope to help some of you out. Bye!